for your stepping.
Law-abiding citizens, please leave the area.
Now you die.
Now you die!
Just don't touch my spears.
Stop where you are, human. Don't come any... Wait. What is that scent you carry? Is it really you? It cannot be. How fortuitous. My lost child has returned in our hour of need. The slayer of the master, the echo of ages. I could hardly believe my eyes. But then again, only you could slay so many of my new generation of super mutants. Only the lost one could be so superior. But of course you are. The Enclave Derelicts believe they can reclaim my lost progeny for themselves. How precious. The Enclave came to me after the NCR swept them out of their California strongholds, fearful and desperate. Your Colonel Bragg and Chevy are implanted with the same parasite that infuses my body with the Dagger Point core. It is the same parasite that grants them their resurrection powers, and you, your own healing abilities. Luckily for my experiment's purposes, I do not need your loyalty, only your still beating heart. No, but I remember your face so clearly. I released 4 candidates into the Wasteland tribes as infants. Only one remains. Have you ever wondered why, when your friends die, you alone walk away? Why you can absorb a cliff of bullets and just shrug it off? No, Lost One. You are my creation. A mutant bred for your superior traits. A clone of the Master's Killer from Vault 13. Yes, Lost One. You are a clone of the Vault Dweller. The one who came and sundered the sacred unity so many decades ago. They walked away from the cathedral, left it in flames, left me for dead. But their blood was rich on the ground, so I collected it. I was only a lowly Nightkin then, but the Enclave offered me a chance to rise above my station and reclaim their work at Mariposa. I took their failing second generation of mutants and rescued them here to Fort Dagger Point. That is where I discovered this place and merged my body with the FEV. I then began to experiment on the DNA I collected. I could not find the right strain in the sample I gathered, so I created 4 variations. You are the strongest one of them. The right one. Indeed. Has it not worked? Are you not the same as the one who killed the Master? I left your batch among the Vault Exiles so they would adopt you as their own kin. That was my plan, to replicate your original upbringing. You grew up in the Vault just as the First did. You were sent on a journey beyond its walls. You are the same. You share the same life, the same traits, and now you are here. I may rejoice in taking that human weakness away from you, and finally restore my master's glorious plans for unity. Search your feelings, Vault Dweller. You know it to be true. Damn the law. Let's live dangerously. Your precious law is as mutable as your own flesh. That flesh which I have molded and will soon transform into the perfect being. Come to Papa.
true. I'm not some fucking mutant experiment gone wrong.
Kira! Ugh. Watch the big one. I'll keep her safe. Now you die.
You cannot defeat me!
It is done. The darkness retreats into death. The sun will rise this day.
That fucking son of a bitch! Let's tear this place apart. All of it. Every rock, every tube, every mutant. All of it.
We have won a great victory, friend. It seems you, like I, have found your true calling. I am honored to fight beside you. You may contain the remnants of the Demon King, but you are my friend. Whatever shreds of him linger in you, your honor holds at bay. Let us go now and find the evil that began our quest. We drive the Enclave to the edge of the great beyond and send them to those that went before.
Don't expect me to carry your junk.
Leave no survivors.
Gone for now.
What do you need from me? Your blood will soak the earth.
Don't expect me to carry your junk.
Leave no survivors.
Opening.
Just don't touch my spears. What do you need from me? What do you need from me?
Analysis. Yellow. Scan.
Now you die.
So, you're one of the Enclave's patriots. That's a surprise. I didn't really take you for an idiot. Great. You're one of them, all right. Let's skip the chatter and go straight to the gunfight.
Dude, watch where you're stepping.
You've made it. I have to say, your battle with the mutant leader was most impressive. Colonel Bragg is waiting for you in the missile bay. He has some final adjustments to make before the weapon is ready to launch. Also, there is a mercenary coming to make a last attempt to stop the weapon from arming. We'll have to defeat them together.
Then you know how dangerous she is. We have a personal history with her. She's made a career hounding our footsteps.
Report to Colonel Bragg. He'll have further orders regarding your next assignment. Of course not. She's merely another threat we have to face at a critical juncture in our mission. Without this missile launch, our trajectory of success flatlines. There have been enough mistakes during this operation that I'm growing anxious. This one is intimately familiar with our tactics. I faced her time and again and always won, but she refuses to die. She has a way of getting under my skin. She thinks she knows me. Don't allow her to manipulate your mind. She can turn your thoughts against you. She's like John and I. She has a piece of Project Brazil in her chest, keeping her organs alive even after death. Anai is a mistake from my past. I created her before I learned how to control Project Brazil's unfortunate side effects. Her existence is more than a black mark on my personal record. We were separated during the events of the Great War, when she killed my father. Fortunately for us, he was a traitor to the Enclave. I suppose she did me a favor. But now she's a rogue element that must be contained. Just ensure she dies quickly. Eliminate any trace of her corpse shortly after. Project Brazil will reanimate her. No, yours is an evolved form of the original project without the essential side effect. created by the father. The beast had hoped we wouldn't discover his tampering, and could use it to dislodge our operation from its lair. Clearly, our gamble paid off. And here you are. She is nothing like me. Mind your own orders and report to the Colonel.
Or die in a pool of your own filth.
Nice work, soldier. I've seen your handiwork scattered all over the wasteland. You have a death toll that'd make any general proud. After this, you're coming back east with us. We've got one last goal to accomplish, then we're bailing out of here. Let's finish off these two bad guys and launch this missile. Damn right, soldier. Toss their corpses over the end of the missile bay. Make sure they don't get back up. We'll light the fires and watch them vaporize from a safe distance.
You've made it. I have to say... Of course... And I... Just ensure she does. No. She is...
Nice work, soldier. I've seen your handy... Damn right. Nice work, soldier. Now let's get this bird in the air. Punch in the target coordinates for the NCR's military bases. Consider this our parting gift to the California territories. We'll be back one day, after we gain a stronghold back east. President John Henry Eden revealed himself to Colonel Autumn a few months ago and gave us standing orders. We got the anti-FEV serum from this base after hiding out in Vault 18 for nearly 10 years. It was a long wait, but I knew he'd come through for us. Now we have a new home, Fort Raven Rock. Can't wait to see it. Just get that missile airborne, and we'll see to your future. It's gonna be bright. Every Enclave officer gets a sweet call sign from their first regimental commander, like Chevy, Leonidas, or Tomahawk. How about we take to calling you Autumn? Colonel Autumn's a friend of mine in the big leagues, and he needs a new captain. You could take up with him. He'll give you the training you need to become a legendary officer. I'm proud of you. Damn right. Let's get out of here. Fire up this bastard and meet me back at the Vertibird.
Let's get out of here. I want to burn this place to the ground and forget it ever existed.
The battle is over. New California is burning beneath radioactive skies. The NCR will recover in time, but only as they reach ever northward towards Las Vegas and the frontier. They'll destroy cities and tribes with every new land they take, becoming the mirror image of the empire they pretend not to be. The remaining raider tribes are forced to flee to Arizona, and a new empire begins to rise. What remains of their scattered and broken people integrate into Caesar's Legion. In their thirst for glory, they will soon conquer 80 tribes and march onward towards Hoover Dam. With the Fort Dagger Point complex destroyed and the heart of the NCR burning, the Enclave forces that remained behind at the end of the last war in California begin heading east towards the call of their president. As for you, after a long and protracted campaign to conquer Washington, D.C., the monster from Vault 18 runs straight into the rising fist of the Brotherhood of Steel. The Enclave buckles and breaks under their rebellion, And John Henry Eden is ultimately defeated by a lone wanderer from Vault 101. You alone survive to carry the tale of Project Brazil. Retreating to Chicago, you send out dozens of iBots in search of any surviving Enclave forces across the American wastes. All return silence, but one. In a last attempt at finding the remaining members of your clan, you return to California at a place called Hopeville. Not long after the town begins to prosper, the Fort Dagger Point key you kept with you all those years triggers the self-destruct on the town's arsenal of buried nuclear weapons. Haunted by your past and chased by the NCR, you are forced to find ways to hide your tracks. While searching for another ex-agent, you take a job as a courier. Hot on his trail, you come into possession of a mysterious poker chip. You are tasked with taking the item to New Vegas. But along the way through Good Springs, your bad karma finally catches up with you next to a shallow grave in the desert.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do? Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Ooh, looking good so far. Most patients don't get out of bed after being shot and then move like they was in perfect control. You're unusual, I'll say that. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were. So I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!